Hey guys, welcome to another one of our reviews. I'm the Worm, and this is the Proton. Today we're going to be doing a mechanical mod. We did receive this free of charge from cigs.com, but it will not affect our review in any way, shape or form. No!
Right guys, what we're doing today is the Panzer clone from cigs.com. A few bits bobs of information, I suppose. Stainless steel brass, 350, 500, 650, big battery adjustment going on in now. Obviously it's a clone, fair enough. Price $30.99, that's 18.46 in our Great British Pounds at the minute.
At the moment, yeah.
At the minute, yeah, there you go. It does say, if your customers, if you're US, they've got a warehouse in the US. This is a Chinese company, I believe. They've got a warehouse in the US, and that takes 2 to 7 days for that to be done. And there you go, job done. Really, you can't really argue with that. Other than that, they'll come from China, I believe. So,
yeah.
There you go. That's what we're doing today. Panzer clone. I think Worm's going to do a close up of this one for you. So yeah, we'll throw Worm on the table, and then we'll come back up to us and have a nice little vape.
Right, guys, this is the up close of the Panzer. Give you a little close up at the top bit there. You've got Panzer Philippines at the top, and you've got the little logo at the bottom right there. Sorry about the glare. Obviously serial code on the switch as well, 4389. Reading that backwards, but hopefully that's right. 4389, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's not telescopic, but you can take all tube sizes because this does disassemble. So let's have a look at the top switch first. Let's start there. I mean, obviously there's your 510 with, I wouldn't say it's got great airflow, but it's got some, as long as your atomizer isn't obviously 22mm or above, so it should be alright with the smaller atomizers. But yeah, no real airflow really. I mean, if you've got an atomizer that's going to go right around the top of this, you're going to get none from the actual bottom, so you're going to have to deal with that a little bit. The 510 in there, the actual connector that goes onto your atomizer, it's not adjustable. It's where it is. That's it. That's pretty much all you can do with it. The only thing this does is, this is for battery rattle. It doesn't really do anything but that. I mean, you can take it pretty much all the way out. I mean, it's got quite a long screw on it, so I mean, I've never had an issue with not being able to adjust for the battery rattle. It's quite long, but as you can see, look, it literally goes all the way in, but there's no adjustment on that actual 510 bit right there. So a little bit of a downside to that, but you know, you got to deal with something on some mods. So, but that's the actual top switch. I mean, this is 650 mode. Let's just take the switch off a minute so I can show you the configurations. This is 650 tube mode. You can take off either the top or the bottom, and that'll give you 500 mode. Or if you take them both off, that's obviously going to give you 350 mode. To be honest, you can put these any way you want. You can have the battery venting holes, which are all around the side here. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them, obviously all opposite each other. You can have that either at the top or the bottom. It's got like a slight kind of ribbed and kind of smooth area. I mean, it looks very garish and it does look very loud and proud, but when you've got it in your hand, it's actually quite comfortable. And these slight grooves here, they do help you grip your mod, so that's a good thing. But these are your two caps. I mean, tube extensions. These can be put on either end. As it comes, this goes at the top, this one, and this one goes at the bottom, but there's no reason why you can't swap it up the other way. I mean, it's entirely up to how you want it to look. The switch. This is just a spring switch, guys. It does undo quite easily. I've had it undo about 3 or 4 times now, and we've had it a couple of days, so I mean, now it's saying that it probably won't come undone.
I just tightened it.
You just tightened it?
Yeah.
No, there it comes. It's not hard to undo, but I'll show you the problem with trying to get this switch to lock in, because it's a screw that comes up, but then you kind of go into that screw there. The only thing I can imagine stopping it is maybe chopping up an O-ring, slopping it down in that, so when you actually do it up, it creates a bit of a pressure seal sort of thing. But that's pretty much your switch inside, guys. It's literally a spring on top of the actual button plate, and then when you put it together, that will come across it like that. But as to get it to do tight, I mean, I can tighten it up like that, and it comes loose so quite easily. So yeah, the button does come loose on this quite freely. I mean, it doesn't ping off anywhere because it's a very, very soft press, this button. I mean, it would probably fall off, but it's not like it's going to ping across the room. So that's probably the only bonus to it falling apart, but you will easily find it because it's probably going to be in your hand.
reverse threaded, don't you?
Yes, it is reverse threaded, the locking switch. I was going to do that when I do it back up. I mean, let me just put this back together. That's pretty much how it comes, guys. You got the kind of groove things at the top, and then you got the air venting at the top as well. That's how it's been put together. But yeah, as you can see, I've just done the switch up and it's reverse locks itself up. Not too much problems with this locking ring. I mean, I've had it stick a few times, but not to the point where I'm having to get grips out. It's just literally I've just got to put a little bit more pressure on and kind of grip this brass ring here, and then it undoes freely. I mean, it's all the threads on this are very, very nice. I mean, you can pretty much flick them around and they just go to where you want them to. But yeah, the biggest disappointment on this is the locking ring, where you can't tighten it up enough to actually grip and hold and permanently stay there. Another downfall is obviously the 510's not floating or adjustable, so yeah, you've only got pretty much battery rattle in there. So I mean, it's not too bad. I haven't had a problem with anything connecting to this yet. The Helios doesn't go quite flush. It will probably annoy him slightly, the like 0.5 millimeter gap that's there, but for people like me, I barely noticed it. So I mean, there's a few niggles, but you know, it's a clone. What can you do? There's going to be things you've got to play around with in a clone. We're going to come back up just now, guys, and have a flap. That was the up close of the Panzer. I mean, it's pretty much a 1-1 clone. It's very close, if not, to the other 1-1 clones out there. I mean, I can't see many differences with it. The logo's on the bottom. You've got a serial number. It's in the thousands, like all clones are. Obviously, like 4,000. Yeah, it's like 4,000. 4,389.
Ooh.
So huge serial code there. It's very weighty. It's not a light mod. I mean, it's very close to the Stingray, the 26650 mod. It's very close in weight on that. So, I mean,
it's a big bitch.
Yeah, it's not a light thing. I mean, to be honest, the metal work on it, the tubes and that, they are quite thick tubes. They're not like thin tubes like you normally get with your 650 mods. To be honest, I mean they're quite bulky, especially seeing you've got all this garishness going on. There's lots of like flares here, out here, and dents here and that. So it does make up a little bit more steel in there. So yeah, and like we said, no floating centre pin on this one. Haven't had a problem with it connecting to any device, so that is a bonus in a way, but the fact it's not there for those atomizers, that you will get one that won't go on there, puts it back a little bit. I mean, we reckon you can probably pop it through and get that dowering out so you can adjust it a little bit, but you know, that's entirely up to you. It's yours. Once you've got it, you can do what you like with it, to be honest. I mean, we probably will end up doing it if we find a device that don't work on it, but as of yet, no device is not fired on it, so you kind of got to say, maybe they did it for a reason, maybe they didn't, who knows, we don't. So we don't know nothing really. But yeah, so the locking ring was the other problem as well on this one. It does like to come apart. I mean, I was sitting there the other day just spinning the button just because I was bored, and all of a sudden it started undoing, and it was like, it didn't pop off far. Like I said, like the spring is quite a soft spring in this. It's very easy push. It only went literally like, I don't know, a couple of centimetres across my desk, but you know, it can fall out on you, especially if you're out and about. It's going to be a problem, or especially if you're driving and you do have like a cheeky vape. You shouldn't be, but if you, we all do. If that pops out while you're driving, it's going to be a problem, or while you're out and about, you could lose it potentially. So
there you go. I mean, if you're spinning the button, you're asking for it to undo that, really.
Yeah, you are, but it shouldn't be.
It's all good. The locking ring's lovely on it though. You know, really big and bulky, reverse threaded, so you're not undoing it every time you go to mix them. Every time you go to put it on and take it off. Yeah, I like it. I think it's nice. I think it looks pretty sick, to be fair. I mean, you've got the Panzer by MC Vapes, MC Philippines at the top here. I mean, that could be slightly better done, but it's not bad at all, to be honest with you. I think, yeah, it's pretty sweet. We'll go to a 5-1 hitter?
Yeah, 5-1 hitter. I mean, looks.
What are you fucking vaping in now?
Rank. Menthol with vampire vape. Coconut menthol. Oh yes. Looks. I didn't like it in a picture. I thought it was going to be overly garish, but when it's in your hand, it actually looks a lot better in your hand. It really does. I'm going to give it a 9 for looks. It's not my personal preference, but it's nice.
Looks for me,
fucking love it.
That's definitely my kind of style. Yeah, no, 10 all day long for that. I think it looks really cool. Obviously the looks go to MTV, but still, you know, it looks fucking awesome, I think. Yeah. I think that it's very kind of, there's a lot going on, definitely, but I like it. I think it's a 10.
Usability. It's not hard to use. There's no adjustment on 510 for one, so you ain't got to adjust that ever. The battery rattle, I found that it'll give you like half a turn where it will kind of half turn itself in to the actual adjustment, so you can put it a little bit slack to what you think it's going to be, and then it will still do up fully and tighten up fully, so there's no battery rattle. Obviously a little bit too much, it's not going to go that far. It gives you about half a turn maybe at most before it starts to bite and not go any further, so that's good because it's not going to be too long on battery rattle on that. The switch is the other thing. I mean, using it and the switch comes apart on you, it's going to be a bit of a pain. I thought several ways of trying to fix it. I mean, because the actual, I think I showed you in the close-up that because when you take it off, you've got like the kind of threads into the actual 510 where it's making contact with the bottom. I'm wondering if you can cut like a little washer up, stick that down the end, and maybe that will force it out a little bit, so make it bite a little bit harder. Hopefully that'll do it without doing any damage, sort of thing. So I'm going to have a play around with that. I've got a few spare O-rings lying around, and I'll probably update you that in the next live event or something. But other than that, in terms of use, it's easy. I mean, the battery rattle is the only thing you've got to really adjust on this, and making sure your switch is tightened up, and obviously you charge battery. So usability on this one is it's a lot lower than some mechanicals because you've only got to adjust one thing, really. So 10.
Usability. I mean, the switch is reverse threaded, as we said. It's nice. The button's an easy push. Putting the battery in, you have got a long arm on there. It says they can take up to batteries of 70mm, which in an 1800 series, you know, not really necessary. If you want to make a 26650 people, make it give 727, put 26700 in it, lovely. But other than that, I mean, it's just unscrewing for the battery rattle. I would say that's easy done. As well said, you've got no adjustment in 510, so you just screw it down until it either stops screwing or it won't work. There's nothing. It's a 10. You just stick a battery in it basically.
Maintenance on this one. Well, it's stainless steel. You've got to give it a wipe over like every 6 months, unless you like drop it in like a dirty puddle or something. So that's pretty much the externals done on maintenance. I mean, you've got your 510 and your internals of your connection. Give them a wipe over when they get grubby. Charge your battery. Maintenance on this is going to be a 10. I'm giving it a shaky 10 though, just because of that switch I'm doing, because you might have to maintain that switch and keep doing it up every day. So, but it's a shaky 10.
I'd agree with that. I'd agree a shaky 10. I mean, there's a little bit of brass involved, but not a lot. I mean, to polish that, it's going to take 2 seconds, and to be honest with you, you'll only do it when you clean everything else anyway. So just cleaning the contacts and then tightening your button if it needs it. I mean, you're going to be able to tell when the button's undoing. You know, it's not got loads of take in that sort of little screw knob, but you know, you can look at that and tell that's undoing, though, can't you? So, I mean, yeah, that's going to give it a 10 for maintenance. I don't think it's too hard. You just got to be aware of that button. You know, make sure it's not going.
Or find some way to lock it off.
There you go.
So yeah, build quality and price. Well, the price is cheap. I mean, it's a China clone. This one's from Angel Cigs. It's worth its money. It is. I mean, for a price, it's a 10. Build quality, I'm giving it a 9.5, just because of that switch and the 510. I mean, it would have been nice for like a spring in there, because obviously, because you're only getting the battle rattle adjustment, maybe a spring-loaded centre pin in there would have been perfect. You probably wouldn't want a turning one in there, so like a screw-threaded 510. But so far it hasn't not fired on anything, so that's why it's only a 9.5. If it didn't connect to a few atomizers, it would be a 9. But 9.5 because it's connected to everything so far. K-Fun, a few drippers. What else did we put on it? Yeah, that was it, wasn't it, so far? Yeah, we've got everything. I mean, we've tried different. I mean, K-Fun's got a long 510. Helios has got. Well, the Helios is even shorter than the K-Fun. Yeah, so. And that fits. So, you know. You kind of got to take it with a pinch of salt. So, but build quality, giving it a 9.5 just because that switch could do with being able to tighten off and not undo, and an adjustable 510 in there. So that's pretty much it. So.
I mean, yeah, I'd agree with that as well. I mean, 9.5 seems fair. I mean, we've got to the stage now where you know, people know we want adjustment in our 510s. So it'd be nice if that were included in it. And the switch, I mean, it's maybe a little bit of an oversight or whatever, but you know, this is cheap. This is not even 20 quid. So I think 9.5, 10's fair, to be honest with you. The build quality, take the switch and the adjustable 510 out of it, the way it feels absolutely amazing. It feels spot on. The weight is nice, it feels well made, the screw threads are pretty sweet. You know, so yeah, there's no complaints. Even the button press is nice, the spring's just the right tension. Would it fire under its own weight?
No, because it has to go inside. Just.
Oh, there you go. So it's just like a passage.
You got to be a little bit careful though, because obviously a little bit of grit or something on the side will fire this, but it's literally just inside. It literally dips just inside.
Okay.
So but you're only talking like fractions of a mil here, so a little bit of grit or dirt on your desk, that's going to fire. But
there you go. So I mean, yeah, I think other than that, it's a lovely mod. It really is. It feels nice to use. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 9.5, 10.
Overall, for its price, I'd buy it all day long. I'd buy one again. I mean, I probably wouldn't have bought one in the first place because I didn't like how it looked in the picture. But now I've got one in my hand, or if he had had one, I would have probably bought one. So, except for the little niggles of the switch and the 510, which don't seem to be over that much of a problem because not one of the things, but most switches undo these days. I mean, a lot of the clones, the switches, you've got to retighten them every now and then because they slowly undo over time. This one does it over the course of a day, a little bit quicker than most, but I'm quite sure there's going to be a way of, like I say, cut up a little bit of an O-ring, slip it in there so it creates a little bit of pressure on the actual threads, should grip it a little bit better. So, minor adjustments to that switch. The 510, like we said, we might be able to punch that out, and then so you've got the dowering that can be pushed in and out, and you can adjust it that way. I mean, it's not going to increase the height of it, so anything that's too short, it's not going to fire on it, but anything that's maybe a little bit too long, you can probably adjust for that. So overall, I'm going to give it a 9.5, just because of those two things. I mean, I would recommend this, I really would, but just be aware of those two kind of design flaws on this model. So, but yeah, it is what it is.
Overall for me, I'm going to give it a 10. I mean, the non-adjustable centre pin would do me in. It would. At ease, I would only have used that at fitted flush on that. That's how I work. I have to. But other than that, I mean, the switch is a bit of a pain, but it's not something we haven't come across in several other mods and have to do a bit of modification to stop it in. But the price is not even 20 quid. It's 18.50, and it feels awesome compared to, like, I mean, stuff you can get in this country. If you was to buy this in this country, you'd be paying a lot more than that. So I think the sort of the value side of it as well sort of overshadows them niggles that are there with it, because as well said, the switch can be easily sorted, and I don't use atties that fitted on it flush, so that wouldn't be a major thing. I've got other mods that I can only use certain atties with. Anything 22mm, I will never stick a 23mm attie on it, so it's not like I don't make exceptions for mods, you know. I mean, that's a personal thing. Other people will run 23mm atties on 22mm mods, but I'm just not one of them. So yeah, other than that, no, it's spot on. Yeah, 10 I'm going to give it over. I really like it. It's pretty sweet.
The other thing I forgot to mention is obviously the tube section on this is very well built. All the threads on that are immensely good. I forgot about it in the build quality because we was kind of focusing on the switch and the 510, but the actual tubes, solidly made, threads are lovely. Plus you can change it to whatever preference you want. You can put it wherever you like. I mean, you can have the two extensions at the bottom if you like, or you can switch them around, turn them upside down, have the vent holes at the bottom of your hand or the top of your hand. So it's kind of interchangeable. You can change it slightly, the slight looks of it, the way it kind of fits together. So that's a plus on that side.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It's simple as that. I mean, you see it on pictures on sites, maybe not as much. See it on pictures in someone's hand, you can see it for what it is, and it looks a lot better. That with the atomic looks pretty sweet as well, to be fair. So yeah, no, that's definitely something that I'm on board with. Obviously, a big thank you to the guys at Angel Cigs for sending this down to us to have a little look at. They've actually sent us a couple of other things as well, and they will be coming, guys. And stay around for them. They're worth a watch, I think. Anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
Other than that, we're pretty much done here. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I've been Mr. Proton. That's been The Worm. We shall see you soon.